Alright, so hello and welcome to a part 2 of my previous video. This video, as a part 2, was not supposed to exist at all. I was not planning to create another part for the previous video itself. So this video should have never even been made, but unfortunately it had to be. So let me explain. In the previous video that I made, I explained the whole situation so that people on YouTube, on my YouTube, will understand what's the problem. But then, even after spending a lot of time recording the voices and, editing in the software that I use for editing, I still had strugglings with trying to explain some stuff to some of my other friends because I was able to convince most of my friends that it was actually the AI AutoMod. Okay? I was able to convince most of my friends that it was the AI AutoMod that Discord used and basically scanned my messages and reported me for them on the previous one. Thankfully, not on this one, and hopefully, not on this one at all. Because I am already in the stage of checking every single day of my life on the status of my account if it's completely fine or not. But I also created an alt account for this brand new one. So, here is actually more of in detail explanation. Because, there are still people, I'm not gonna name them, but there are still people who are still going to blame me for me inviting woke people to my server, okay? There are still people who are going to believe that, oh, some woke person has joined your server because you don't watch who you invite to your server, and they reported me and others for those messages. While me showing you already a video, a literal video, summary video, that it wasn't a person. Okay? And here is basically going to me proving, and for the last time, I hope for the last time, that it wasn't a person reporting me and others as well. Okay? So, sorry for sounding kind of mad or rude or very mean, but I cannot just basically concentrate with my brain on multiple things that I have right now ongoing this week. Like, for example, I have exams as well. I am studying on it for the exams, and then I still have to wonder how am I going to be able to just drop this whole case down because of some of my friends not believing me that it was the AI AutoMod, and literally almost every single one of them has confirmed it. But there are still some people who are still gonna say that it was my fault and it was me as the person responsible for being reported, as well as those other people that were also reported. Like, they're gonna put the blame on me. But let's just calm down and just explain the video, okay? Let me just start the explanation. So here it is, starting again into the sections. This time the sections are going to be different. First section in this video is going to be why it was actually the AI AutoMod. Yeah, and the second final one is going to be how other people who have never been on any of my servers also got reported for hateful conduct and where those messages came from. Let's start. Okay, so now let's start with the first section of the video, which is how I know it was the AI AutoMod and why it didn't came from my server. To put all of the things into simple little bag, and without mashing it and mixing with the wrong things, let's understand the fact that another of my friends were also reported right after I posted that video on my channel. 4 other of my friends were reported this time. Again, again, I am not going to name them specifically, like who those people are. So then I was like, okay, this is getting out of hands. So I asked, like, what the fuck is going on? And they said they get reported for hateful conduct. And I saw the messages, the messages that were posted by those people, okay? And then these people have been saying to each other and pinging everyone that they have been reported. Yeah? And of course, one of my friend, who is a really cool person, but sometimes he's just like, making fun even when he's not capable of doing it, like you have bad time and he's just making fun of you, or he's just joking around even if you have bad day and stuff. You basically don't have energy for it, but he's still doing it. And then one of my friend, this exact friend, I'm not gonna name him of course, he basically still claimed that it was my server and people of my server that has been doing this. But here for you, my dear friend, I'm gonna explain and tell you why it wasn't my server actually, and how you are wrong here. So I looked into the messages. That my friends have got reported for. Okay? They showed the screenshots, and I would like to note the most important thing that is a key point of this part of the video. And that's the date that shows next to the person's username, and then underneath the message that violated the community guidelines. This message by both of my friends were posted on 30th of August 2024. And you're probably going to wonder, well, how is that they got reported? And how is it that they were reported? And for that one friend of mine, unnamed friend over here, that still is going to be believing that it was my fault for not taking care of my server as I'm supposed to. No, I know how to take care of my server. You don't have to fucking worry. Here I'm going to prove you that it wasn't actually from my server. So this is going to be a little longer explanation, but here I'm gonna try to explain as best and understandable as possible. So, when Discord reports you and gives you the report message, like the message that you posted in any kind of form, text, video, photo, or anything like that, they're going to instantly delete it from where that message has came from. So you're not going to be able to find it because they will already delete it. But they will still keep it showing in your report status. And my friends, both of these my friends, got reported for posting the same message on the same day. So then I was like, but wait a second. This says 30th of August 2024. So this means that there shouldn't be anything like that it was from my server. And here I'm gonna explain to you why. Okay? So, why it's not from my server? Well, it's simple. Because, first of all, The previous main account, yes, the one that I asked Discord to delete, has been created on 22nd of August last year. I have been hacked because I had a very old original account that I unfortunately lost because I fell for a hack. So then I created a brand new account that basically was the previous main account that is now waiting for the deletion. And so I then, right after creating the account, next day I decided that I'm gonna create my first server on this brand new account since the previous one is already hacked and I cannot do anything about it. So on the previous account that is waiting for its deletion, I created a server, my first server, okay? That was exactly on 23rd of August 2024. And yeah, I invited all of my friends that I had on the previous account by adding them on the new one and then just inviting them there so that they can be on the server. However, both of these friends that got their accounts reported for these messages they posted on 30th of August last year, these messages were not posted on my server because you know what I remember and why I remember that? Because first of all, I invited both of those friends onto that server and they never ever joined the server, okay? I remember them not joining the server at all. I just sent them invite into DMs and they didn't even respond and didn't even join. So the server was without them and it was completely fine. And secondly, why it's not from this server specifically is not only because of that date that I am keywording it here, it's also because that first ever server on that account was actually raided and deleted. There was a raid situation on that server. I remember when one of my friends has invited basically a kid that I gave him a moderator role because he seemed cool and everything. And then he invited his friend, that kid invited his another kid friend, he gave him a moderator as well. And yeah, that kid that was invited by the other friend has basically decided to completely do a wall as Hiroshima and Nagasaki on the server. They raided my server and deleted the whole server. They basically deleted every single thing, everything, every text room, every emoji, everything that was on the server was raided and deleted. And the kid that has done that has renamed the server to, I remember it was called Hacked by Ghost. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is happening? Why am I all of a sudden seeing that my friend is DMing me that the server is being deleted, and why is that happening? So then I was like, what the fuck happened? Why is my server out? So I decided to just permanently delete it. That server was my first one on that previous account. And on that one, I had this first server that was raided by these kids, and then I managed to just delete it because it was fully raided. So then I was like, what the fuck happened? Then everyone started DMing me like, what the fuck happened with my server? And I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna try to find out. I asked the friend that invited that first teen to the server, and yeah, she said that they have a group, they have like a group chat. So I was like, invite me there immediately. And then I came there and I was like, yo, I asked the friend that invited his other friend and deleted that server, like, what the fuck happened? Why did that happen? I was like, I thought you got fucking hacked or something. No, you know what that was? That was a quote unquote prank that they decided to pull on me. And I was like, oh, you calling that a prank, huh? Well, thank you. Thank you. So then I blocked both of them. He was like, yo, bro, why are you blocking me and stuff? And I was pissed, okay? I was pissed because you can't understand. Like, you just want to have fun hanging out with your friends. And then it gets all destroyed because of these mentally unstable people that are behaving like literal kids, and they're already teens. I know you behave like I don't know, little kids between each other in your DMs, okay? Like you say Gen Alpha stuff between each other, okay? I understand that, but like at least behave normally in front of other people that they are not having this type of humor that you have. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done with you. So I blocked his ass and I just was like, okay. So I created another private server. Okay, I created a server full from scratch as I wanted and needed. And then I invited people back. That was on 3rd or 4th of January, which was already after those messages that my friends were recently reported for. And yeah, like I said, both of those friends that were reported for these messages were not on that first server that was raided by those kids. No, they were not on that server. And they weren't on that other server that I created after the first one was deleted either. Well, I mean, one of them was, but just for a short time and then left. But he never said such thing there, because the message, like I said, for both of my friends was posted and reported from 30th of August 2024, which was still the time when I had that first server before it was raided and deleted by those kids. And they were not on that server at all. And they weren't completely on that second server after the raiding stuff that I created either. The only time they joined my server was this time when I created that public community server that I still have, even right now, under the new ownership of my current new main account that I created after the previous main one was kept getting reported. And it became my new one right after I decided to ask the previous one to be deleted. So as you can see right now, my dear friend who still doesn't believe me, it wasn't from my server at all, because those people weren't there. The dates are not matching that it would be from my server at all, because they, like I said, weren't there, and they never said it there because they weren't on the server. And I remember correctly, we only said these things on your server over here. So stop blaming that it was my server, and stop saying that it was someone from my server, because you know very good that it was not someone from my server if they pulled out a message onto you from a year ago. That wasn't even a message posted by that person on my server, because that person was never on the server. And it couldn't be from my server, since that first server was no longer existing, because it was deleted right after it was raided. So it was not my server at all. It was from yours. And it was the AI AutoMod, because there is no one that you have invited that would report us for such thing. Neither did I, because everyone I invited to my server, the current one, and everyone I invited to those first two servers that I had, they were your people and other people that we both knew and communicated with. So yeah, the first one was deleted because of the raiding. And what happened to the second one I created after the raiding? I transferred the ownership to one of my best friends that I know he will take a good care of that server. Because I didn't want to be associated with it anymore, and because I wasn't even active there as much as I am on this new server that I created as a public community server connected to my YouTube channel. So yeah, as you can see, it was not a person reporting us, it was literally the AI AutoMod. Because AI AutoMod doesn't work only on your server specifically, and you cannot disable or delete its functions from the server. It's permanently required as a recommended thing to keep it enabled on your server. Especially one of the actions must be enabled, and the action is literally anti-spamming. So it wasn't a person reporting us at all, because we do not have snitch. We have people that were invited from your server, the other servers that we are both part of, and also other trustworthy friends of our other friends that we have as well. So yeah, here are all of the proofs I shown you and explained to you, so I hope this will be more understandable for you. And this is the end of the first part of the video. Now let's go for the second one. And here is a shorter final second part, because most of the stuff was said in the first one. So here is another of my friend that was also reported for hateful conduct that he committed like a year ago and multiple days counted as well. Because he posted a meme image that looked hateful, and yeah, he is very dark humor related. So Discord immediately thought about it. And the fun fact about this person, this friend of mine, is he never joined my server, the first one that was rated by kids. He never joined my another server that I transferred the ownership to one of my best friends that I have on Discord. And he didn't even join and is not part of my community server that I have right now. So yeah, he was reported as well for the same reasons as you did. Because AI AutoMod is working like that. And he is on the server we are both a part of. And yeah, I don't think that anyone there is being like a snitch, because where would the person get that message? And what kind of even snitch would be there? Like, most of the people of that server that he is a part of, as well as me and that friend that still blames me, they are literally inactive people. Sometimes they probably are just those type of people that put their status offline, and so they are on Discord without being online. But I highly doubt it would be someone. If they just most of the time join the servers, I'd just be there. So yeah, that's also with me when it comes to something like those big video game series servers. Like, you have Need for Speed server. I joined the Need for Speed server and I'm just part of it, and I didn't even sit too much or of the things or chat with people in general. So yeah, I think it's already enough to explain to you, my friend, that this is not someone reporting us like a person, but it's actually the AI AutoMod scanning and reporting us like that. Because I've read that yes, Discord AI AutoMod can report the account for hateful conduct. And no, none of the messages were coming out of my server, since, like I said, I had 3 servers and I currently only have 1. The first one that was already raided and deleted back then. On that server, none of these people mentioned, the new people that got recently reported after us, none of them were on that server, on that first one. Neither on the second one. And right now, 2 of those friends are on the current community server that I have, and the third friend is not, but those messages, like I said, came literally from 30th of August, like I already showed you. So I think this should already be enough for you to understand that this is not me and my server and people of my server, but is literally the AI AutoMod on Discord doing this shit. So I'm already sorry for sounding rude or mean, but I'm just being tired in general, hearing the constant bullshit over and over that I should be careful on my server, I should be careful who I invite and stuff like that. Brother, how about we both and every other people are gonna be careful with what we say at this point, because of how stricter apparently the moderation has gone on Discord. And if we want to enjoy our chatting and community building servers as we want, we should literally be careful with what we say, if we do not want to lose them and we don't want to lose the contacts. Even though it's easy to just make another account and everything from scratch. But I mean, yeah, that would also be kind of a time waste, because you already have it right now, but still, be backed up in case of something, like I always am. But yeah, this is it. I have nothing more to say. And I hope this already will be the last part of this video and this whole topic, because this is already everything that I had to say that I also forgot to mention in the previous video. Ending right now. Alright, so thank you everyone once again for watching. I hope this is a final part and case closed part of this video topic, because I don't want to be associated with it anymore. I have new account that used to be the alt account for my previous one that I already submitted to delete after getting too much reports, and I honestly just want it to be done. I already did what I could for everyone, for all of my friends, and I did it again. I have this new account that is going to be my new main account, and I already also created another old account for this brand new main account that, like I always say, used to be a main account for my previous one that I already submitted for deletion. So it's just going to give them 2 weeks. And for you, my friend, that's still going to be blaming me, I hope you understand right now after this video that it wasn't me and my server. So I do not want to hear no more blaming about me inviting quote-unquote woke people to my server. Because most of the people on my server, current one, are people from your server. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did not get offended by when I said woke, but that's how I quote that, how it was said to me. So thank you for watching. Like I always say, support will be appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share once again. Join my server that is always linked in the description or in my YouTube bio. And yeah, I'll see you in the next, hopefully not like this video. Hopefully we get back to the regular content that I always make. So yeah, bye and have a great day everyone.